Hey guys, Jabba Pop here. Let's watch Jabba Pop. Let's watch. Come on, oh, come on, come old, for the Barnum and Bailey Circus of video games. Today's game is gonna be Starforge. It's not quite a finished game, which is something I should remind you and remind myself because I've noticed lately I have a certain tendency to go overboard with negativity, and I need to gather, refresh, find my place in life, rebalance my electrolytes with Infuse, fake Gatorade from Aldi. I recommend you drink this stuff if you're poor and you can't afford real Gatorade. Tastes like electrolytes, but it's seriously, you know. There comes a time in every man's life where he has to reevaluate the substances he puts inside of his body and the words that come out of his body. And I think that's what we're going to try and do now. We're going to try and rebalance myself here, folks. I'm going to give you a really positive review of a really shitty game. Haha, I kid, but I'm going to give you a balanced perspective on a tech demo, because this game is not released. Starforge Alpha, it's called. This is part of Steam's indie greenlight or something. Unfinished works of art. It's an odd one, because I watched the dev video and a few YouTube videos of this, which is what kind of inspired me to get it in the first place, because it was on sale also. You can never look a gift horse in the mouth. But you know, it was a lot more interesting and involved in the videos than it's going to be in this one, because they really pulled back. They really removed a lot of features that they decided to release. For example, there's no digging in this. They advertise digging in the thing. There's no like fancy dancy like parkour. There's a little bit of a weird physics mechanism to your character, but nothing as like involved as you actually see in the video that they put up. There's not much to do either. There's two game modes, and one of the it's weird. I'll talk about more of this stuff when we get into it. But let's go and check it out. Alright guys, version 0.04.6 from CodeHatch. So this is definitely, they're warming you up, letting you know this is definitely a pre-release. Load times are long. They said something about it being procedurally generated. It takes a while to load each time. Meanwhile, you can get some tooltips because the information is very primitive. This is half written manually. You know, you gotta give them credit. I mean, they gave it to you in the first place. But here's a nice sphere with a circuloid, and everything looks kind of metallic. It looks like it's been drizzled in corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, which thankfully this infused orange pure aqua thirst quencher fake Gatorade does not have. No high fructose corn syrup. Not that I have anything bad against corn syrup, but you know, when it gets to be a little bit high, I just don't trust its level of responsibility anymore. Like I said, it's really pointless of me to tell you what isn't in the game, so I'll just show you what is in the game, and that's thinking positive. This is a new rebuild. The save game system is very bad. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm being negative already, but you can't quit the game without saving, and then your save file fills up because you don't know what any of this stuff is. You go to play again. There's a way to delete it. You got to go in your directory structure. Anyway, Fort Defense is the only gameplay mode they have. You get to run around and chase the sandworms from Beetlejuice on a very, very flat surface. They really create the illusion. I mean, look at this. All the great, interesting stuff in the background, but everything you actually interact with is just very, very flat. The guns in the game are procedurally generated, so you'll never see the same gun twice, kids. I guess that's why they say this is part of their Borderlands inspiration. You know, why have the same old guns in a game? Why not give you new guns every time? You never know what to expect. Right now you can see me dashing about like a madman. That's because I'm gathering resources. Haha. Like literally, like, you know, the abstraction in a real-time strategy game, you're gathering resources means you're sending your minions to do it. Here, you gotta do it by yourself. It's a very lonely game. Aside from that little vat of alienoids just kind of floating about, you're on your own, kid. And it's really creepy. You know, what kind of sadistic life philosophy this game entails, because the only form of life in this game is you, these really vile sandworms, and these kind of like proto-humanoids in a vat swirling about like it's a crane game or something. And I'm trying to like come up with some kind of cosmetology or any kind of explanation, any kind of universe story which would integrate everything I'm seeing, and it doesn't. I mean, I can't. It's just wild and surreal. There's huge, gigantic cactuses which you can never reach. What are they, like the overseers? These are like the ominous the obelisks which pay testament to the gods who created the universe. I don't know. You know, they said there's digging, not digging here. In the future there might be. In the future everything will be fleshed out. I really hope it will be. But I don't see them making much progress when they've actually had to remove features from the game, as opposed to make any. This is the build menu. You pick your materials. It doesn't tell you what it is, so you just gotta hope you know. I think the idea is you gotta forge. I don't even think I have enough to forge. This is gonna suck if I don't get anything down, because the way how frantic the game becomes, you don't have any time to gather any resources after this. I really wish they would have put more time in between rounds, but you know, you can't. If you could have your druthers, you wouldn't be here, kids. This is one of the guns. It's a little pea shooter. I wasn't hoping for the pea shooter. I was hoping for the pig shooter. Shoot them pigs. Like I said, it's like, how do you approach this game? What is it you do? Okay, that's what I do. Run around and pick up objects really quickly and then wait for crazy worms to try and shoot me. And they kind of jiggle around. I guess they were touting like, whoa, crazy physics, but this is like cartoon physics. You can die, you can see, and then you can respawn. You don't want to get too close to those kids. I don't know. I think is it eternal respawn? Can you respawn forever? I've never really played this game that much to tell you, but yeah, I don't want to find out. I gotta keep getting oil to make my turrets. That's the only thing. That's the only salvation. You could technically build up ramparts and what have you, some kind of wall, but there's no point to have a wall if you're not destroying what's coming to break the wall. I guess it gets increasingly more difficult in terms of the amount of sandworms. The sandworms are also colored, which tells you their difficulty or something. I guess once the light goes out of their eyes, that means they're dead. You can see that one sandworm in the distance. It's a really pumping soundtrack, kids. You know, you can see your legs, your Master Chief. There's a lot of this is like a metagame in a sense. It's just a lot of ideas from other genres brought together. Nothing is fleshed out yet, but I mean, they're all just kind of like primitive dream sequences. How many more oil do I need? How am I ever going to get anything done in this world? This crazy world of ours. Here I can build them finally. I guess it depends. It's really finicky, like where you are on the map. So you can use your scroll wheel or something to change how far in the thing is. I guess you don't really have time to do anything. I mean, in multiplayer, probably your buddies could hold them off while you build. You could probably set up a kind of separation of labor, division of labor. You know, but at the moment, I'm doing everything by myself. Which I can see why they put this in here, to give you something to do after you've chilled out $10 to see a tech demo. I mean, because otherwise it's just, you're just walking around by yourself, there's no action. I'm thankful they gave me something to do to while away the time as I wait for the final version comes out. But I mean, make it something a little bit more reasonable, I would have hoped. I mean, I'll show you the creative mode too, but it's just pointless. There's really nothing to do in the creative mode yet. I mean, even creation is a real labor. I guess maybe that's a commentary on, you know, life's processes. You know, all life is birthing pain, and the only escape is death. And sex is death too. So, where does anyone have anything to say? No. Just cry, just like I'm doing. But I guess my strategy here is to just drop these at all sides. I mean, this isn't the smartest thing, because these have no AI. They're eventually, if the enemies get get around, these lasers will start shooting at my vat, at my little alien creatures, and turning them to nothing. Anyway, let's talk about the graphics, as he says. The graphics in this game are bizarre. You can see everything is kind of like shaded, but not like pixel shader shaded, more like literally like grainy. I think it's got to do with the voxel technology. Voxels aren't pixels, kids. I don't know why they chose voxels, because at the moment you don't actually interact with voxels. There's no kind of voxel manipulation. Maybe one of the days, that's why you gotta start on a footing, and that's why they kept them in. At the moment not much. It's all blocks, which I don't see why you need voxels to manipulate blocks. I'll show you that once I get some of this stuff moved in. I want to have my bevy of resources first. I don't want to be unprepared. So yeah, I think I finally managed to hold off a stable level of... So I'll start building with these. And it's a planar technology, kids. This is definitely a step above Minecraft. You don't have to manually place them dot by dot, and you can just draw a line and go to town. Which is another thing, talking about genres. Like they said, they're going for the whole Minecraft thing. I think I was killed by my own laser. It's like I told you, there's no, not much AI going on. More like artificial stupidity. But like I said, Minecraft. I was hoping when I got this to get on the ground floor, you know, because I was thinking this thing looks pretty cool. Maybe this will be like the new Minecraft or something. I doubt it. I doubt that most, because it's just so bizarre. It doesn't have that kind of childlike wonder and whimsy of Minecraft. It's very like post post Xbox. So you've got a lot of computer references and stuff. It's very referential. I don't know, is that alien, did they integrate? See, once also the frame rate, I gotta say, once you get more than like 10 things on the screen, it really goes to the crapper. They said, they even referenced that in their quote-unquote manual, that you know, it's still, things are a little bit iffy. One of the things, though, this is why I don't have faith in their ability, because you go on the forums and they say, oh no, it's your system's the problem, and then you look at the game, you're like, really? Do you really need a fast system for this, to run around on a flat surface as sandworms squiggle around, and lasers shoot you? Your own lasers shoot you? No, it's obviously bugged. You see, look, it took out my own thing. It took out my own diggly-doo. I think what I have to do is get some kind of I really wish there was like a pause button here, because I mean, it is not very helpful. What I really want to do is get this thing moved up, but it's so damn difficult. Crap balls. I mean, well, with the stinking lag and the flippity flops, how can you manage to get anything here? I mean, I'm trying to do the parkour or something. Where did it go? And it just fell down. Like, what the heck? This is retarded. I mean, why can't it just get on there? This is the stupidest thing. It's like, do they have any play testers? I mean, do they know what's going on? They said they fixed this too. They said in the patch, oh, we're gonna make it so that we have smart turrets, and you can, as long as you drop them on a surface, they'll learn to meld. I don't know what it's doing though. It just is flipping on all kinds of edges. You know, and once it gets to night, you don't know what's going on. I can't see anything. So I guess the idea is just to drop more turrets. Do I have enough resources to drop turrets? This is not what I want to be doing in this game. And it's just, I mean, it's just unplayable right now. Like, the frame rate is just, like, totally nasty. And the game is just, it looks like someone rolled all the colors of Play-Doh together, and you're just looking at, like, a shit brown. And even the worms, like, represent something you could expect, like, a kid with Play-Doh doing. It's just fuzz. This game is just fuzz. I wish them the best. I hope they can get it done, because the concept video is pretty hot. I mean, but right now it's just not looking too well. I'm spinning around. This is parkour, right? I guess you interact with objects in a physical universe. Let's check out, you can't disconnect, and the settings menu is very, like, minimal. I don't even know what is being... Aha. Well, you have to press the plus, and then you can change things. Anyway, let's go to the kitchen and have ourselves a snack. Save and disconnect. Let's check out the... this is kind of cute. I'll show you guys this just because I think it's cute. The infinite terrain demo. This is what really takes a lot. I mean, in terms of procedural generation, this is what I'd expect would entail the loading of the game. This is the procedural generation, but it's a separate loading sequence unto itself. So you gotta wonder what's actually being loaded when the game says loading, because it's not this. I mean, you can see the voxels here. It's kind of cute. It is random. It is infinite, I think. Can I build anything? Yeah, that's the thing. Eventually you're going to be able to dig into the ground and get out resources, but at the moment they just have them dropped from the sky to kind of give you something to do before they get the whole system implemented. Because if they didn't drop from the sky, you wouldn't be able to get them all, because they don't have to dig in yet. But, maybe I can get the game running reasonably if I screw around with like the anti-aliasing. You don't need anti-aliasing. Bloom slider? Where's the bloom slider? It says there's a bloom slider. I don't see the bloom slider. Foliage, HDR slider, lens effects slider. Is there a bloom slider? I guess you can turn the motion blur completely off. This is Unity engine. Let's see if it runs any better with like all the graphics turned down. I doubt it. No. But here we go, kids. I guess it does run. I don't even think I did anything because this is still like super motion blurred. Now I feel like an idiot. Let's take a walk on the wild side. See, this is the stupid thing, that their build system is linked to being nearby the stupid builder thing. And if you don't have one with you, you can't do it. Anyway, I know we're getting on in time here. I'm gonna get you to join my world here. Have some fun. Have a ball. I mean, I don't think Warband or not Warband. I don't think Mountain Blade or Minecraft were ever at like such like a depressingly incomplete form. Maybe they were. I mean, if you use your head, you guys who know these things. If those games were ever in such an incomplete form, as like non-functional, then maybe there's hope for this game, because look at how well those games turned out. Maybe this game will turn out like that too. Like them, like those. Whoop 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 whoop. You gotta press R to respawn. I don't think you can die in infinite terrain mode though. You just have to have varying degrees of unlife. Let's go to town. I don't know, what would you build? It's up to you. It's a sandbox. Your imagination is the limit. So, I mean, what are we building? Like this is what you do in the game, right? I don't know yet if you'd be able to build like stairs. How would that work, right? I think they said you right click to do floors. I don't know. I hope so. Extrude? Yeah, okay. This is the trick in Minecraft too. You just keep on going, building upwards. Into heaven! Into heaven! I have enough bricks. See, bricks are items, and I have them. So I'm dropping bricks. I'm shitting bricks, you could say. How many bricks, you ask? When it happens, you'll shit bricks. But, you can see on my inventory, it's up to 30. I mean, what do you do at this point? you know, just play around, right? Just 'cause the sky's doing it. Yes, this is like an FPS, right? You're gonna go and take a hop! Take a hop! Scotch. I'm twisting my head around my own body. That's sadistic. But there you go, folks. Starforge Alpha for the Nintendo Entertainment System. A rip-roaring time of delight and fights. I give this game 11.2 out of 1 billion. Can